employees are feeling sick, they don't want to come in, they'll be committed, so they want to come in so they don't have to put that work on their coworkers. So commitment's a big thing for my first speech, but we'll move on to legacy, and we'll get that started with you guys. All right, and I selected this myself. I kind of went through the different legacy books, and I hand selected this because it had some terms and some sayings that I really liked, so this is my personal choice. And if I need to speak up, just say speak up if I need to be louder. Once you become genuinely inspired with the will to do, to achieve, to succeed in your work, you will have gone a long way. In addition, make yourself a self-driver, and you will be almost sure to accomplish what you're set out to do. Furthermore, your work will be more enjoyable, it will be done right, with less supervision, and you will put yourself in the line of a bigger job and greater opportunities. Above all, no matter how capable you may think you are, don't overrate yourself. Once you make up your mind that you are pretty good, as the saying is, you will no longer feel the urge to do better. Lean a little the other way, be constructively dissatisfied with yourself, and you'll go farther. Remember too, that your own high rating of yourself might not stand up in the opinion of others. In some respects, other people know you better than you know yourself. Don't forget that others will judge you by what they think of the quality of your effectiveness of your work, not what you think about it. In the opinion of others, are you doing your present work so well that you will merit consideration if a bigger job becomes available? All through the years of our company's existence, the hardest problem has been to find people who are able to qualify for greater responsibilities as the business grew. In our search for bigger people, for bigger jobs, we have been handicapped by the long-established policy of our company not going outside our own ranks for executives except as a last resort. Fortunately, we have had opportunities from time to time to take in capable people from other delivery concerns and from stores whose deliveries we took over. Such people have, of course, been welcome to our organization. They have not been regarded as outsiders, but they came to us as a result of the consolidation of other delivery services with ours. Rather than depart from our policy of building from within, we have often allowed important positions to remain vacant, until people could be developed to fill them. Now that's a big point there. And what I did was I went in and just took a couple quotes from that passage, and I'll reiterate on them and speak a little bit more about them. So it spoke about make yourself a self-driver. So I'll give a little story about me being a self-driver. 2 years ago, I was at Eastern Kentucky University. I was in a fraternity, had a great life, great grades, everything was going good. My best friend and I, Nathan, we sat down in our room one day. We said, we want more. We want to work harder. We want to drive more. We said, back home at Louisville, I'm from Louisville. We said, back home at Louisville, you can be a Metro College student. You can go to school, get your college paid for while you work, and you can become a part-time student. I was like, that's awesome. That sounds great. So we set apart a plan to move to Louisville, to go to U of L. We're going to save money, buy cars, invest, and do all these things. It was the 21-year-old dream. You're a young guy, and you want to get out there and start paying your bills and be a young man. So we had that plan set out, but we had to finish out the rest of our semester. So one day I get a text message from Nathan. He says, hey man, my dad's accepting a job in Arizona. And that hit me pretty hard because he was my best friend and he was going to be my partner once we moved back. And I said, that's great. And that hit me hard. I didn't know what I was going to do at the time, but I looked in the mirror one night and I was like, I have to make a commitment. I have to make a decision to do what I need to do. And that day I became a self-driver. I committed myself to what I was going to do, and I finished out the semester. I made the phone calls to U of L to transfer all my transcripts. And I made my way to UPS in 2017 of last August, and I had that goal set for myself to become a student. I luckily came in contact with my full-timer, Scott Minell, and he luckily saw something in me, and I got promoted. I'm here today. So if I wasn't a self-driver, I would not be in front of you guys today. I'd still be living the same life I was at Eastern in fraternity, just living a good life, and I'm blessed to say I'm here. And I challenge you guys to be a self-driver, and stay committed to what you're going to do no matter what happens. Secondly, moving on, another quote from the passage was, no matter how capable you may think you are, do not overrate yourself. Complacency is a big thing in management. A lot of times we get complacent in what we do, in our actions, and that's something I really want to focus on moving forward. Our founders weren't complacent. I'm sure our 4 founders at a time felt like, we're doing pretty good. We don't have to keep moving forward. We can stay complacent. We've done a good job. Let's stop. But they didn't. There's a lot of passages I read that said during a time of crisis, back in the 20s during the recession, they actually decided to expand. And that speaks norms. I mean, how can you be complacent, or how could they not be complacent when they're losing money all around them, but they decide to go forward? So even if things seem awesome or seem great, just keep moving forward and keep making those decisions because you don't want to be complacent. Moving forward, remember too that your own high rating of yourself might not stand up in the opinion of others. So with me, that's humility. There's a lot of times on my loop, my employees will make good comments about me, and I'm like, I'm awesome, I'm a good supervisor, I'm the best. But I don't know if that's how they really perceive me. They may say I'm doing good, but is that really how they're feeling? Am I really taking a second to acknowledge how they're feeling? I could sit on my high horse all day and stand up on the perch and watch them, but I have to go down there and actually defeat that and be humble, show some humility, and make sure that's what other people think of me and not just what I'm thinking. And lastly, rather than depart from our policy of building from within, we have often left important positions vacant. Now that's huge to me. This company has decided to wait to grow the people they have, such as us here, instead of going out and taking somebody else who has a good resume. We wait to grow our people. Now I think that should be a message to all of us here who have just finished FSTS. UPS is that company. You guys feel like you're not ready, they'll grow you. So just come with open arms and be vulnerable, and you'll learn all you want to learn. So to me, that's huge. Now, lastly here, guys, I just want to thank all of you all. I want to thank my instructors, Dave, Melvin, and Laura. Thank you guys for what you guys did and set everything up. You guys were awesome. Answered all of our questions. I couldn't ask for more. I also want to thank all the guest speakers. You guys opened my eyes up enormously, and I know you guys did that for my classmates as well. It was huge. Definitely opened the door for me. I didn't know there was this much and this much commitment. I mean, you guys 10, 20, 30 years, that's commitment right there. You guys have put in the work, and there's nothing better for us to see as young people, and people who put in that amount of time and years and dedication with families and other stuff going on. So as a young man, that means a lot to me. So thank you guys for that. And lastly, I'm kind of into Tony Robbins. He's a motivational speaker, successful entrepreneur, and sometimes I'll listen to him. So I'm going to leave you guys with this quote, and I'll be done for the day. Who are you now? Who have you decided to become? Make this decision consciously, make it carefully, make it powerfully, then act upon it. So what that means is, in our management career, guys, you need to consciously think about who you are, what are your standards. Because once we leave here, once we leave school, it's going to be back to the same old in a way. You have to try to use the standards and the training that we have gotten. So consciously think about that, evaluate yourself on the daily, and try to use those standards we were taught. And that's it, guys. Thank you for giving me this opportunity again. I highly appreciate it. And good night.